Yo, first video of 2026. Crazy to say we are in 2026 now. Um, I had 1 week of trading this month so far. Yeah, I was away at work the first little bit. I don't trade the first week of probably the first 2 weeks of January. I don't really trade. It just, the market's catching up with all the news that happened over the holidays. So this is my first full week of having a regular trading schedule and being back in the markets. Yeah, just looking at myself here in the camera. My trading week has gone better than my tan here. The Canadian winners will suck the color right out of you, that's for sure. But I had one trade this week, one live trade that is on GU, let's just dive into it here on the 4 hour. Originally at the start of this week, I was looking at this area up here that would potentially short from. Tons of liquidity up here, some good highs. I believe there's a daily imbalance up here as well. Not really, but still some clear highs. So I'm looking for shorts out of here. And then on Wednesday, setup presented itself. And, looking back at it after I took the trade, the 4 hour on it's not that great. The 4 hour time frame is kind of gross for it. But as we go down a lower time frame, you'll see why I took the trade and just how clean it is. And I had to take it. So we'll go down to the 1 hour here. We're in London still. London has swept Asia low. And coming up into New York. So I am looking for Asia to be swept here as a high a day play. And we're just kind of teasing the top of it there. I have this order block here on the 15-minute that a potential rejection could happen. And then, yeah, on the 15-minute, we see a nice doji forming here, but I'm still not comfortable taking this trade. This hasn't been swept yet. It's kind of gross. We have a 15-minute order block right here, a big strong push out of there, and then a continuation down, as well as, we could consider this an order block, but I prefer the tops. And we'll go down to the 5-minute. I believe I took this trade on the 5. We'll look at these double tops right here. So when this trade's presenting itself, I'm like, for sure, this needs to be swept for me to enter this. Otherwise, this is just going to get swept. And if I'm going to sell here, I'll lose it. Absolutely. I've learned that way too many times. So, and then we see the sweep of this double top, a good rejection. The 15-minute is showing really great rejection out of this order block right here. 2 dojis. Another indecision candle, and a big drop right here. So at this point, I'm like, okay, we have this really nice sweep of liquidity for confirmation here. Let me look at the line chart. Do I have structure that's been broken? Yes. Okay, I have this structure on the 5-minute. I really started implementing this line chart for structure, and it's just helped a lot. No more second guessing. And I'm like, all right, let's see if of an FVG gets formed here. I'm obviously aware that there is this here as well. This whole fair value gap needs to get broken, this 15-minute, otherwise it's going to hold and continue up. It's present on the 5 as well. I need this to get broken. Boom. So we have this beautiful fair value gap on the 5-minute formed. This really nice strong rejection on the 15-minute. I'm not looking into the 15 as much as I was last year because I was just getting too wrapped up in it. This is good enough now. The initial strong push, and then straight down to the 5 to look for an entry. So right around here, this will be my trigger point. Boom, I'm in this thing. I set a limit order just at the edge of this fair value gap because I didn't want to get missed. I don't want to be second guessing myself when it comes time to market execute. And first trade of the year, I'm not going for the 2-to-1. Like, I just see clear liquidity here at the bottom of New York. And overall TP could be down here at London, but I'm not trying to hit a grand slam here. So we'll see how this plays out. Takes a while, starts going good. Okay. We're getting stuck around the 200. Totally normal to see some rejection around the 200 area. And so my rule that I learned that I really started to implement late last year was that I need to be out of my intraday trades at least. The latest I'll stay in them is at 1 p.m. MST, so 3 p.m. EST before rollover, because my intraday trades, if I keep them past 3 o'clock, we're looking to getting into rollover, and then I'm swing trading, and that's not my intention with this trade was never to swing trade. My swing trades are on higher time frames, not a 5-minute entry. So we can see here, it's coming up. I'm at the gym at this point. I'm kind of watching this trade. I'm like, all right, my rule is 1 o'clock, so I'm going to give it another 30 minutes. We'll see what happens. And right here, I believe in 10 minutes, I exit this trade. So yeah, right around, I think I actually caught the very bottom of this guy. Yeah, so I would have exited at 1250, I believe I left this trade. So just a 1.2 R. I'm happy with it. I stuck to my rules. I managed it appropriately. And that's all you can do. It ended up being the right decision because I think it just kind of meandered around here, maybe went all the way down here the next day. But again, it's not a swing trade. It was an intraday trade. So 1.2% on the week, on the start of the year. I'm really happy with that. So yeah, I think it's important for me just to continue to really systematically follow my rules. I came off a gnarly losing streak in November there. And it's just, I had a lot of reflection this winter over December, just going over my journals, going over all the data, and just really sitting with myself. And, it's just time to really do the things I say I'm going to do. There's a Conor McGregor quote that I've just been playing on repeat, and he just talks about winning the little battles every day. There was I think it was his first Habib fight when I don't know if it was Habib or who he fought, but he initially lost the first round or the first fight, and he was just talking about how he wasn't doing the right things in preparation of that fight. He was saying he'd go to the gym at a certain time. He didn't do that. He said he was supposed to be eating a certain way. He wasn't eating a certain way. He said he wouldn't be drinking. He was drinking. And it's just, I got to start doing the things I know and say I'm going to do. And these little victories of completing these things and following my rules, it's just going to add up, and it just creates momentum. And it's just, mentally, it's good to have those little wins. And I think, if my experience can teach anybody anything, it's just learn from your own mistakes. Like, make the mistakes and learn from them, actively learn from them. And that's something I really want to implement into this year, is learning from my last year's mistakes. Because it's not growth if you're just doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So yeah, I'll catch you on the next one here. Good week. I got to do a couple more journal roundups and get prepared for a new trading week. Bye-bye.